Island nation, full of grace, isolation's pretty face, the calling from the back of the cave, the instinct kicking in, the crawling on the surface of the skin, the signalling, the white smoke, the coming of the prince, the black blight descending in his absence, the vision's admission, the sister's sacred utterance, my country, my existence, my identity, my people. We are gathered on the rock. We are told not to stop, that the crawling will continue. In the muscle and the sinew, in the fabric, in the flesh, it'll press and progress and press and progress and press and progress and press and progress. The West is a mixture of hipsters and spectres. Out the window, the East Coast is falling into the sea. Do you hear me when I tell you that they're up there by the border burning boats on the lakes of Fermanagh? Under moonlight, down on Bannistrand, the ghost of Casement Pass paces fast on the sand, pondering sovereignty and colony and hostelry and prophecy. The Lord knows theocracy is tyranny too. Turn around, child, to the danger at the door. Take your elbows from the bar. Beware by all means he who wears a constant smile, for it is only an apology for that which he has not yet visited upon you. Get up and put on you the fine flag in which they wrapped you when they named you. Ride headlong into the fight for whatever we lay claim to. I have forgotten what that is now, but I will fight for you too. I will die for you, as I would my son or my brother, for no reason other than I think that I know you, or somebody I used to, or maybe you remind me of one I loved, of fields of green, of skies of pale, of brown and yellow ale turned black and white and cold now, sold now to those who couldn't care less, to the hordes who can afford to be careless. While we slip into the blessed wind and fall out the other end full shook, just like the barley, barely breathing, heaving heavily from the chest, gleaning comfort from what hurts us, placing value on the worthless, still finding comfort in the thankless task, believing still that first will be last. Ask me again in the morning, and I will try to remind you what our day will come really means. From Malin to Mizzen, we are meant to be risen, so new, so fresh, so free, so in the morning, let us remind ourselves, let us be so. Hi, my name is Seán Dennehy. This is a short video, it's just two pieces on behalf of the Amergin Poetry Festival in Waterville in County Kerry. Just one of many events that was due to go ahead this year, last summer, last June, and didn't go ahead due to COVID restrictions, which are ongoing. So thank you to Fiona and Paddy Bush and also Alison Driscoll and everybody else down there in Waterville for giving me the opportunity to do this and for fulfilling some bit of a fee in lieu of the cancellation of the festival. Obviously that kind of thing is badly needed now. I guess the message here is that if there is an event or a festival that you have enjoyed in the past that didn't go ahead this year, that may be in trouble, maybe see if there's some ways you can support that, and keep an eye out for any way you can help the arts industry, the events industry, or arts and arts workers. This is dedicated to them, friends and colleagues in the industry who are struggling for work, struggling for money, and struggling for hope at the moment. We'll see you soon, I hope. To all the poets, the playwrights, to the dancers, the actors, to the singers, musicians, technicians, and stagehands too, to the craftsmen, the tradesmen, to the labourers, carriers, to the lad in the high vis who lays out the barriers, to the man who mans the door, to the man of war, to the man of peace, to the man who seeks out, to the man who stays put and makes do, to the man of few words, to the man of plenty, to the man who lets it be known, to the queens and the drones, to the women at home, to the women at work, to the women who raised us, to the women who gave us everything, to the women who stand hand in hand to say yes, to say no, to the women who choose. Here's to you, here's to us too, the men we knew, the girls we kissed, to the optimist, the atheist, to the pessimist, to the godly, to the oddly dressed, to the strangely shaped, to those who take, to those who wait for it to come, to those who have no one, to those who had somebody but they held on too tight, to those afraid of the darkness, to those afraid of the light. Here's to life, to leaves and trees and birds and bees and soil and stone and flesh and bone, to the condition afflicting us known as human. We are the never-ending story spun, imagination run, unchecked, scope as yet unknown, hope in bold, writ large across the sky, arms raised high in declaration. I am the answer to the why. The answer to the who is you, and we will be forever. Let your voice ring. Let him hear it. Let him have it. But never let him take it, and never let him tell you that you can't sing. We are, and we will be forever. Here's to us and our time together. Thank you. Cheers.
a mesma hora a traballar, pasando bar das almas perdidas, os clientes, as travestis, as esquinas. A noite non é para os amantes da rúa beira-mar. Esperta, compañeira, que vai amencer e as flores silvestres seremos as primeiras en siniestro total, no muro unha pintada que pra nós é arte urbana. As nosas panderetas paran tremelo chan. Esperta, compañeira, que vai a vencer e as flores silvestres seremos las primeras en florecer. Camiño a casa, esqueceche como voltar, seguindo as migallas que levan a calquer lugar. Chegache a outra porta, tirache los zapatos, soñabas que dende a túa fiestra do Calvario podías ver o mar. Desperta, compañeira, que vai a vencer e as flores silvestres seremos las primeras en florecer. Desperta, compañeira.
Hello, my name is Polina Cosgrave and I'm going to read some poems from my collection published by Dedalus Press. But beforehand, I'd like to thank everyone working in arts. Without your music, without your poetry, without the festivals going online in these difficult times, life would be pretty joyless. Thank you. Keep on creating. First poem I'm going to read is called Every Immigrant's Dream. Home is wherever your pet likes to sleep, wherever your key fits the lock. Pain only comes in the night when you see what might have been and wake up to find it's not real. Mother tongue is no longer a tool but a treasure you keep to yourself. The past is a hole in the chest welcoming any breeze. Isn't that every immigrant's dream? All places reinvented, all scars hidden, all debts paid. The weapon. And the flame that keeps on searching for the weak. And your smile when no one's watching is a trick behind a trick. And the things forever sleeping, ever slipping from your hands. And the sunrise that you're skipping is a silent reprimand. Ask for knowledge. Be a savage. It's the only choice you've got. It's a forage without damage. Trust the weapon of your thought. Full of swans. I couldn't move in a room full of swans, in a body full of secrets. With your eyes on us, I couldn't breathe. Each bird had a yellow ribbon on its webbed foot. In the pond of your mind, we were all bound by one rope. I couldn't fly away, my feathers got wet. Legs tangled in your lying tongues. My heart sank while we dived to the bottom of your delusion. I couldn't tell my skin from yours. Weakness never got me that far. As you put a leash around my wet neck, I wouldn't move. Stasis. Green is the heart, I promise. Don't bother digging in, I swear, my heart is green. You won't believe me, no, come on then, grab a shovel and cut right here, I'll show you. My heart is full of grass, I swear by all the insects that hide inside my body, by bugs and worms and tickling little ants. They grow right through the heart towards the sunshine, those piercing blades of grass. Green is the heart and grey the blood. You won't believe me, no. My blood is grey, my flesh is stone and clay. I swear it by the rains and streams that fill my body, those streams that lick my toes. I am the land, my mouth is full of soil, so are the eyes and ears. Wet is the breath, warm is the voice, I promise. My melting lungs are glistening with dew. The thighs are sweet, I swear. I'll wait for you. I'm waiting for you here. Plum and cherry. A grafted tree showing different blossoms. Plum and cherry petals dancing in the wind. Sugary smell of lust, nauseating, a premonition of catastrophe. Those meaty, sweaty berries are going to come. Life is pouring dizziness out of a bottle with fresh spring into my shattered glass. The only thing that lingers is the air inside the bubbles. A grafted tree, two different blossoms, not ripe yet, only a hint of future and youth. Promise, presence, perspective, potential. What is the right word for it? A plum branch connected to a cherry one, tree blood around the cut. Just like my English grows from my Russian roots, I hope it lives. I hope there will be fruit. Thank you so much for listening.